welcome back to Build Propulsion Lab, here live at Devoxx France 2024, live from Paris. And my next guest is Angi Guyard. Welcome. Thank you for joining me.
Thanks.
And Angi, you mentioned that you spoke about women in tech, or lack thereof, I guess.
Yes.
Right, and about your role and position in this movement to fix it. So tell me a little bit about that.
I'm in an association called YESO, and their purpose is to empowering women and to really act. We have information about how women are treated, and today we have to do something about it. So YESO go to business enterprise and to school, and they want to visibilize women and women in tech particularly, and show that there are regularly women.
So let me play devil's advocate here. I obviously don't think that way, but just for the sake of the discussion, let me ask you, why do we need women in tech? I mean, who cares? It will be only male industry. It's fine. Why do we need women in tech at all?
We don't need men in tech neither.
Yeah, but men are already there. No, that's fair point. But what I mean is, okay, we need to put an effort to bring more women in tech, but it's not just because we think that it's nice. There is a very good reasons to have that, and I wanted to hear more about those.
For inclusivity in general, but also because we can work together to do better products for clients, for a majority of clients. When we have only men in tech, we don't think about really how women can use the products, and we forget a lot of things. And it's a value also for other inclusivity matters, like races, like handicap.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. Perfect. That's what I kind of implied. Of course, it is important. I think there is also through the last 20 years, we had, and we will soon enough. There is a little bit the economic downturn now, but it will be over, and we will look for more developers. And obviously, there is an entire half of the population which we can tap into, look for those great developers, and we really need to get better in doing that.
Yes, and every woman I've met in tech are really formidable.
Of course.
We can have enormous talents, and we lack of them. We tell her since they are little that they can't do tech, they can't do math, etc. And so they don't come, and that's really sad.
Yeah, so it's another question that I have for you, and I think that's a really that's a real one. That's not like a fake question. That's a true one. I think the problem, as you mentioned, the problem is pipeline, right? The problem starts very soon, very young, and but we are now in a completely different position. I don't have a lot of influence over young girls to tell them to go and do better in math. So what can we do in the industry to make it better if the problem starts 20 years before we even get into discussing that?
We can just show women who do some things in math, in tech, in science in general, and women who are not dead, preferably. The Ada is really great, but when I saw her, I think I can't do that. I'm not as impressive as that. I can't do become that, and it was really an accident if I came into tech, but I could came really sooner if I have had representation, if I had stories when I was young, and maybe if at school. At school, I had teachers that said, even if my grades was really great in math and science, etc., they wanted that I come to literal studies.
Just because you're a girl. Yeah, no, that's I think we all know the story. Of course. So you think that highlighting those examples of success stories can actually empower those little girls to give a second thought into actually going into STEM and then eventually advancing in career in high tech?
Yes, success stories, but also ordinary stories, because we have a lot of ordinary men in tech, and we see them in publicity, in the vitrine, the show of the different businesses, and not a lot of women. So we have to have this representation to say, I can come there.
Yeah, absolutely. No, that makes some perfect sense. And I think we have a lot of work to do ahead of us. But correct me if I'm wrong. I think we are getting a little bit better as an industry.
It depends where. There are some businesses where there is really good work on that, and a lot of mentorship who are building. And I am today a mentor for the first time, and it's really cool to empower a woman to encourage her in her purpose. And there is a lot of businesses also who say they are working, but they have women, but they don't work with them to help them to stay here. They just show them and do nothing after that.
Yeah, so there is a lot of that, right? So everybody are shamed into not having enough diversity, so they hire, but it's not really a hire. It's just like a diversity ticket for demonstration purposes. Yeah, no, there is a lot of that. That's for sure. But I also think that a lot of companies do a honest effort.
Yeah.
And the pipeline problem is real, right? In the end of the day, even there is organizations that want to hire women, there is just less graduates that they can hire.
I think there are lots of graduate women. In school we have, it's almost 50-50. It's just they can't really success.
No, I mean graduates in computer science, for example.
There is a lot of women in schools.
In universities and colleges.
Maybe not in informatics.
Yes, that's what I mean.
Excuse me.
Oh, no, it's fine. I mean, in the end of the day, this is the pipeline problem that we spoke about, and it's real. So I guess even if some companies honestly want to hire more women in tech, it's harder. It's not an excuse. I'm not saying that they shouldn't try harder, but
we should encourage them to go to
exactly, absolutely,
and to have not a too masculate culture.
Yes.
In this.
I guess that's the key. That's the key. In the end of the day, it's a lot about culture.
Yeah.
Andrew, thank you very much. It was very, very interesting and enlightening.
Thank
And
you.
yeah, we hopefully we will all do better in this industry, and things will change.
We work for that.
Yeah, and we were definitely working towards that. And our next guest is already here. We're going to get back live with you in just a couple of minutes. Thank you very much, and stay tuned.